All right, y'all. So I done made it out the tub, but I really want to touch on why it's so sad, and I really want to expose some of the bullshit that we condone here in America. Just not to expose us to others, but to expose us to ourselves to ignite change. Okay. Imagine I told y'all what I've been through as a little girl. You know, and I wasn't even a teenager. You know what I'm saying? 11 years old. I was fucking niggas that was older than me. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't like I knew any better. You know what I mean? But just imagine the environment that something like that thrives in. Okay? Now imagine these same men that rushed me into puberty, getting out the penitentiary and having homosexual tendencies. And imagine these women allowing their sons around these type of men. You see why it's so sickening? Think about what Diddy just paid Cassie. Think about what R. Kelly did to Aaliyah. Think about what we're condoning in this society, the over-sexualization of our children. Not just the girls, the boys too. Think about it. As it's so fucked up. It's so fucked up because you got men raping children and women trying to compete with those children. Think about it. Men raping children and the women who birthed those children competing with those children who are being raped. Shit's sad. It's sad. Because I hear countless upon countless stories of women who have been molested by their fathers and had mothers who beat them if they said anything about it. For lying. Beat them. Now, in the modern day slavery world, where penitentiary is just, going to the penitentiary is just a part of our culture now. You got men that have been turned on the faggot shit in the penitentiary by being raped, getting out around male children. What are they doing? The same thing that they did to us as women. They raping those little boys too. Because ain't nobody checking the perversions. Nobody's checking the over-sexualization of our children. Nobody is checking these women who are so fucked up in the head competing with these children who are being raped. Ain't nobody checking that shit. Ain't nobody checking that. I'm bad, y'all. My cord kind of weak. But yeah, man, I just think it's it's something that needs to be exposed. It's something that needs to be talked about. It's something that really needs to be delved into as a people. We gotta stop ignoring the culprits and blaming the children. You know what I'm saying? Like I was talking about them boys, and I caught myself doing it, blaming them little boys for that shit that they perpetuating when really somebody had to teach that. And God, it's like God tapped me on my shoulder and said, look here, little sister, remember when it was you? And I had to remember when it was me. And I had to remember the adults who ridiculed me for the abuse that I was under. And that's the same thing I had to catch myself doing just then. with those little boys, those island boys. And, you know, shout out to the island boys. And, you know, I hope y'all don't feel no type of way. I mean, I'm sure y'all probably just doing it for the vine anyways, right? But, you know, who done taught them little boys that? And where the parents at while they doing all this shit? Parents is counting up a check. That's where they at. Counting a fucking check. When you've been a victim of it, you can see the signs and you know what the symptoms are. And we got to do better. We got to do better. We got to do better. Because these men, it's just been going, this shit been going on for too long. It's been going on for too long. Like, imagine back in the days, little girls, 14, 12, 14 years old, was being sold off to other men and married to adult, grown-ass men. And it was acceptable. And now, you know, they done so-called made us civilized. And by making us civilized, they told us that what we've been doing been wrong. So now we mad at the kids for doing it when it's something that's engraved into their DNA because we've been doing these things for so long. That's part of the reason why I prayed to God when I was 11 and asked him not to let me have no children until I was ready. That's part of what drove me to do that. Watching kids, friends that was my friends, that I was in school with, pregnant, knowing that it was me next, made me fall to my knees and pray to God and ask God, please God, I don't want no kids until I'm ready. And now we done did it to the girls so much that it's just a part of who they are. And so now we doing it to the men. They doing it to the little boys now. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that's watching. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only one that's looking. Looking out into a world full of children that ain't mine. And seeing their destruction. Man, we got to do better, man. Y'all be good to y'allselves. Y'all be good to others, man. And don't take nothing to hit that subscribe or that thumbs up button. And don't be shy. Share this shit with another motherfucker.